Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Play on GAA podcast Club Roundup. And this is a hurling edition. I have Luke here with me again. Luke, how's it going?
All good, all good.
Well, two results over the weekend, Luke, the Leinster Hurling Final and the Ulster Hurling Final. And wow, Ballyhale reminding us all just how good they are. Clough-Ballacolla never stood a chance. Ballyhale Shamrocks 6-23. Clough-Ballacolla 14 points. Ballyhale reminded us all how good they are, Luke. We shouldn't have doubted them.
Yeah, I think it was an absolutely it was a kind of vintage Ballyhale performance, and like after I suppose the earlier rounds, a lot of people were saying they're not the same animal this year and stuff. But look, this was textbook Ballyhale in that they finally left behind the provincial grounds with the poor surfaces and everything, and they've got themselves to a wide open Croke Park where, look, essentially when you have that forward line at club level playing in a wide open Croke Park, you're going to do damage. And look, they absolutely put Clough to the sword, and it was some of it was just fantastic to watch. I think as well, like it was vintage Colin Fennelly as well in the first half, and that he had Darren Maher, he had him all game in the back of his pocket, and that's why Ballyhale just knew that long diagonal ball into Fennelly and into Owen Cody was just going to reap havoc in there. And look, they really didn't let up as well. So it was a fantastic performance from Ballyhale, and it's a fairly intimidating scoreline for the rest of the teams remaining in the championship looking on from elsewhere.
Yeah, without doubt. And not only that, they were so powerful up front, but then you look at the other side, Stephen Maher only hit 3 points from frees, didn't score from play. That's a real testament to the Ballyhale defence as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And briefly talking about that, Darren Mullen picks him up, and Darren Mullen kind of had his injury problems kind of coming into the game and stuff beforehand in previous games, so he'd been limited game time, I suppose, and that he absolutely took Stephen Maher out of the game. And it was. I thought him in particular was really good in there. And you're looking at him there thinking that how this fella's not starting week in, week out for Kilkenny, a cornerback. I don't know, because he absolutely took Maher out of the game as well. Clough tried everything to move Piggy around to centre half forward everywhere, and look, Darren Mullen just followed them to every spot, and they got nothing out of him too. So as well, so like he was a huge big plus for Ballyhale in that back line as well. Richie Reid was the man of the match from TG Carr, and he just mopped up the ball all over the place. So it's such a powerful defense, and to have that solid structure and defense behind what's a forward line with four inter-county players, pretty much it's an intimidating task for every team coming in to face them.
Yeah, without doubt. And well, watch out to the rest of the teams who are still left in the club championship. Another side that are still left in the club championship, Slaughtneil, they won the Ulster Hurling Championship. A bit of a low scoring game compared to the Ballyhale versus Clough-Ballacolla game. Slaughtneil won by a goal and 14 to Ballycran's 10 points. It's Slaughtneil's fourth Ulster senior hurling title in 5 seasons. Very impressive, and a bit of a dynasty up there for Slaughtneil, and it continues with another Ulster hurling title. What did you make of their performance?
Yeah, again, another good win for Slaughtneil. And this was like, they had to bear in mind coming into this game, though, they got shocked, I suppose, a few years back by Ballycran. They were a well-fancy side, Slaughtneil, and Ballycran turned them over before. So they knew that this was going to be an almighty enough task coming into this game. And it was a ferocious enough game, but Slaughtneil too much quality, I suppose, in the day. Like you look at their forward lines, like with Cormac O'Doherty and particularly Brendan Rodgers. I think Brendan Rodgers is kind of playing at a level that is one of the top players in the country right now. The last day out against Dunloy, he hit a goal and 4, and then another goal and a point here against Ballycran. So he's an absolutely huge player for them right now, and they'd be a little bit concerned he limped off, I think, in the last couple of minutes. But look, he'll have plenty of time, I suppose, over Christmas to rest and recover that, and to come back ready for a semi-final. That's going to be against the Munster champions, who we're going to be waiting to see who that will be.
Yeah, well, it would be fascinating to see who comes out of that Munster final between Kilmallock and Ballygunner. I honestly don't know who I'm tipping to win that. Probably Ballygunner as of right now. But do you give Slaughtneil any chance against Ballygunner or Kilmallock in that semi-final?
Look, I think so, and that's look. Slaughtneil have had their experience playing. They've played an All Ireland final before. They've been here and they've done that. Like I know it'll be tougher for them coming up against a against the Munster champions in is what's going to be a wide open pitch. But look, there's so much quality on that team. We've already talked about O'Doherty and Rogers, but add in Christy McKagan midfield, Shay Cassidy, Shane McGuigan as well. These are some really, really good hurlers. So I'd definitely not be writing them off. And I think the All Ireland would be a huge ask for them. But it's a very good team that knows exactly how to win games as well. So I wouldn't write them off. But it's going to be a very, very big ask, I suppose, against either Ballygunner or Kilmallock, because they're just two top sides that would be they're going to be the second favourites. Whoever wins that game is going to be the second favourites for the All Irelands behind Ballyhale, like realistically. So I wouldn't rule them out, but they'll need an almighty performance to turn one of those two teams over.
And just to be clear on what you said there, does that mean that you're tipping Ballyhale as your official favourites to go and win the All Ireland this year?
Yeah, look, I think so. I think the next day out, they play St Thomas's in the All Ireland semi-final. And to be honest now, I'd actually have Slaughtneil ahead of St Thomas's on if I was power ranking the remaining teams in this. I think St Thomas's are the weakest team left in the competition. So I fully expect Ballyhale to probably put St Thomas's to the sword. I think based off previous results between the two teams as well, it's hard to see St Thomas's getting within 10 points of Ballyhale. I think so. Based off that, I consider that they'd be heavy favourites to get to the final, and then I suppose you can't really write off the team that's won the previous two All Irelands and has just won the Leinster final by nearly by well over double scores. So I think it'd be a brave man to say that somebody else would be favourites to win the All Ireland right now, other than Ballyhale.
Yeah, I agree. I'm tipping Ballyhale to go the full way. I think you cannot ignore a result like that. So, guys, that is the end of this week's episode of the Play On GA Podcast Club Roundup Hurling Edition. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to look at our football and our camogie videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment as well. And until the next video, guys, take care.